Hello everyone, and welcome back to Trailblazer League. The last episode was pretty eventful, and it's hard for me to sum it up into words, but I unlocked my final area as well as the last relic. I completed a lot of the diaries I've been working towards, and I finally did some bossing and got a couple nice items from it. Now, in this episode, I wanted to continue working on bossing gear upgrades, but since I unlocked all of the league's progression with areas and relics, I thought it'd be helpful to put a little image on screen to kind of show where I'm working towards and what my goals are. So the main goal I have right now is doing more bandos to get the Bandos God Sword, because with my Weapon Specialist relic, that is going to be a very, very helpful item for many of the bosses to come. Another boss I want to work on that would be helpful to do after the BGS, but I can do before, is Zami or Krill. The items I want there are the Zamrakian Spear to make the Hasta and the Staff of the Dead. Now, one thing I want for this is Melee Void, because it's one of the places where Melee Void is really useful. I can also use Bandos or other things, but I definitely would like to try and get that before I grind out Krill. And before I do Krill or Bandos, or to help with both of them, I really want to upgrade my player-owned house. The Restore Pool will definitely help or combo well with the Special Attack Relic, and also, if I get the Gilded Altar, that means I can get Piety, which will help a lot with both of the bosses. To get money for the player-owned house, though, I'll probably end up having to kill more wyverns, because that's currently the best way I can make money, or at least one of the easier ways. And on top of that, I also do want to work on getting a Fury, which means training crafting, and getting money to imbue my Berserker Ring. With all of that, once I have the Bandos God Sword and the Staff of the Dead, I can finally go to Commander Ziliana, the Ceradoe Wind Waltz, and try and grind the Sarah God Sword, because you pretty much need both those items to do the melee route for that effectively, and I definitely want to try that out. So that's kind of my short to medium term goal, I'd say, for the series. I've already been making some progress towards crafting, and I've been working on trying to gather the sand and seaweed for that, but I also do need to get my magic up a bit for the glass make spell, and I also have been gathering up food for bossing as well. My recoil orb is still left at Crowdor from the last episode, so I think a good way to start this episode is by doing a few more Bandos kills before getting into the rest of it. So yeah, let's just jump right back into that. Oh, actually was just thinking about recording that kill, and Bandos boots, which I actually think might help here to tank a little better. But yeah, still pretty lucky on items, but still no Hild or BCP, which are the two main items I still need aside from the rest, or the final shard for the blade. But yeah, boots, not complaining. That's one more item for the full set task. I think that's now my third God Sword 3, and also my third minion shard. Still need, I think, the first God Sword to finish the blade. Oh, and there is level 85 attack and 110 combat. I did not realize I was that close to a combat level. And there is 50 kill count. I think now I'll take a break from Bandos and use my recall orb elsewhere like at Wyverns, but we'll be back here later on this episode, I'm sure. It's going to hurt the cash stack a lot, but I can spend, I think it's 650k, really hope it is anyway, to get 650k Nightmare Zone points to imbue the Berserker Ring, and I feel like this is worth doing before doing a bunch more bossing or grinding Wyverns, so there's now a +8 strength bonus. I decided to come to Pest Control because I heard through the League's Discord that a clan was doing a public event for the veteran boat, so I figured now was a good time to grind it out. So, yeah, I got a lot of points. I've been here pretty much all day, but this should be enough points to buy... to buy the full Void set. It's annoying how they have the chat box confirmation after each... Well, mostly the full Void set. I can get the full outfit, and that's all the coins I got from doing this. I can get the melee helm, and I also will get the range helm. Even though it's not that big of a deal, it is the best set for training, and I still probably will want to train up my range before, doing more bossing with ranged, since I don't use ranged, like for Slayer or anything else. So, yeah, but now if I put this on... There we go. That is another League task as well, and this is one of my best in slot armors anyway. Having full Bandos with the face guard, even if I have rune gloves, it's still going to be pretty good and a lot more defensive, but Void is still a very powerful armor set, so it's very nice to have it. After Void, I decided to come to Wyverns, and here it is, 99 strength, my first 99, and Yeah, it also means I can now change my whip to attack and work on getting 99 attack, I guess, and then defense. But yeah, wyverns have been very successful. As you see, I got a pair of dragon legs. That's actually my second one. A little late now that I have tacits. But yeah, I also have got a decent amount of battle staves and also some unpowered orbs, which is kind of one thing I want to help with crafting, or at least to make the orbs after the battle staves, get my magic and crafting a bit up a bit more. And yeah, but overall, wyverns have been pretty successful, and 99 strength. And oh, I can also go buy the skill cape. And here is my first skill cape of the league. I actually forgot to be untrimmed. I probably like this one better untrimmed. But yeah, as is tradition, let's just do the emote while I'm here. But I don't know if this cape will actually be useful for anything, although, if I remember right, it does have a Warriors Guild teleport, which might actually be useful. Let's just actually test that out real quick. So yeah, it does teleport inside, not that far from a bank. I don't know, it might actually be worth using it as a bank teleport, because I don't have anything better at the moment. After doing a few more wyvern tasks, I decided to take a break and do something where I can put my new skill cape to use. So right now I'm charging fire orbs, so I can put them on my my battle staves I got from wyvern and alch them, and then we can see how much money I'll get from wyverns. Also, this will probably be a decent way for me to train magic, or at least how I'm going to get the level for Super Glass Make. So yeah, this probably will take a while, but I'll come back in the end and show you all the money I made from wyverns. I enchanted all the orbs, crafted the battle staffs, also fletched some bows I had lying around, and found an experience lamp to put into prayer. And aside from all that training, when I finished alching, I ended up with 2.8 mil, which is pretty good. That does count the money I already had, though, and not just the money from wyverns, but yeah, that sounds about right for all the stuff I got, considering a lot of it wasn't alchables, you know, like bones, runes, etc. So, yeah, now I want to invest this money into construction. Aside from just building the Gilded Altar, which I can now afford, I really would like to get the level up higher so I can build a few more rooms in the house as well, or do more stuff like the Achievement Gallery and some of that stuff. Also, I did forget about the Crystal Sulfur at the +3, or that it would stack with my +12. So, yeah, I'm not sure what level I'm going to aim for, but I'm going to see how high I can get construction, or how much I can train it up while still being able to afford the stuff I want to put in the house. After spending a while training, I managed to get a bit over my goal level, and if we look at the player-owned house, you'll see it's, okay, well, it looks a little barren, and that's partly because, this is all the cash stack that's left. It takes a lot of money to build stuff and pay for all the supplies. But the player-owned house also looks a little weird because for leagues you have to go about it a little differently. I can never get this pool to restore health because I don't have access to antivenoms. So because of that, I have a combat dummy here, so once I get an SGS I can come over, attach it, and spec it, and get my health back that way, and then even restore my spec again if needed. Similarly, I can never upgrade this jewelry box here to have a glory or ring of wealth, because the ring of wealth requires the wilderness to charge, so I have to keep my glory in the quest hall down here. So yeah, overall though, I don't know, I think I'm more or less happy with the layout. Now this giant empty room here though is where the Nexus will go. I honestly don't really want to make a Nexus, but you need to make it for a couple of tasks for Fremnik. You need to build the Nexus and you need to put a Weiss teleport in the Nexus, so I might as well go ahead and make a Nexus. It's not like it's going to be that much hard to get extra law runes. I can just craft them if need be. And yeah, I also did build a costume room and ran out of planks to fully upgrade that. But I don't know, I just started putting some of my treasure trail and other costumes I was keeping around. And the normal portal room up here just has some of the more common teleports or some of the useful ones. And then down here I have the Gilded Altar, a lectern so I can make teletabs, and the workshop since I already had that, just kept it around. So yeah, but right now I want to move this a little more in, or a little closer to the entrance, and I'll start using it to train prayer, and we'll see how many levels I can get from all the bones I saved up. After using up all the bones, I ended up with 84 prayer and not that far off 85, which is a very nice level, even though I don't use prayer potions as much as bosses, so the extra prayer point per sip doesn't help a lot, but it will definitely help with some bosses later on. And this also means I now have access to piety, which is a significant boost over Chivalry, and also another league task. Using my newly upgraded player-owned house, I went ahead and made some house teletabs. These won't be that useful because I could always just bring, you know, law runes and dust runes or such, but if I'm on Lunars for Vengeance later on, it would definitely be nice to have house teleports. Now I think what I want to do is work on crafting. Now, it doesn't really matter if I get the crafting level for Fury right now, because that's my cash stack still. I don't have enough Tackle, and I definitely don't have enough Chaos Runes to get the Onyx. But I do have all the Astral Runes, as well as all the Seaweed and Sand, so I can at least start on making the Molten Glass, and in doing so, I should be able to get up my magic level, which I not only need to enchant the Onyx later on, but having higher magic level for magic defense should be helpful for other bossing. For my first time trading with Super Glass Make, it was okay. It's not the worst spell I've trained with, and it did go reasonably quick, but I didn't get as many magic levels as I was hoping. I'm just shy of level 81, but it did overshoot the level I needed to make a Fury, so my crafting's pretty good for the moment. That said, I still have around 10k Molten Glass from that left, so yeah. Although I still do need higher crafting for the Zenite stuff. You know, I need level 84 plus, no, 86 plus 12 to make the Torture later on. But since my magic is way far off enchanting Zenites, I'm not going to go for that now. Still, I do need to AFK for a bit, so I think I'm going to start glass blowing some of this. First into Unpowered Orbs, because there's a task for blowing 100, and then probably the Dorkashin Light Orbs just for the experience. So yeah, I'll be doing that for a bit now. Since I'm already starting to kill Bandos, it's a bit late for it, but I decided it was worth coming to Barbarian Assault to get a fighter torso because, well, one, it's a league task, and two, there we go, league task, and two, I also need to do Barbarian Assault for the Kandaran Hard Diary, and, I don't know, I'm probably not going to get it, or I might not get a BCP right away. It's going to be helpful for killing Bandos and Wyverns, so yeah, there's a fighter torso, and hopefully I'm done with Barbarian Assault for a while. Also, it's kind of sad, but the Granite Body is technically my best defensive armor. But hopefully I can use the fire torso now and feel less ashamed. So yeah, I think I'm actually going to go kill Wyverns now for money, because I really could use more money. Before heading back to Wyverns, I need to AFK for a bit more, so I continue to blow Molten Glass, and if I just do that here, ta-da, 99 crafting. Now, I would buy the skill cape now and show you how it's so much better than the strength cape. Honestly, it really isn't that much better. It teleports here and the bank's there. But, this is still my cash stack, so I can't afford the skill cape. And the only money I have is in battle stats, which I didn't think about before I was like 100 experience away from 99. So I'll buy the cape and I'll use it as my new bank tally. Honestly, if I remembered the strength cape, I might not have got 99 crafting prepared. But since I already had all the seaweed aside, might as well. I mean, league points after all. So yeah, 99 crafting, that should speed up banking a decent bit. And with this kill here, I wrapped up Wyverns, and oh, I actually forgot a 50 Slayer test was a league task, but yeah, 50 Slayer tests, I felt that was a good place to wrap it up. Actually, put the loot on screen now. I got 206 kills, and I got pretty lucky with alchables, a lot of dragon drops, and should be around 2 million alchables, give or take. Not all of it will be out. But yeah, hopefully this will be enough to get, well, it's definitely enough to get the crafting cape, which I still haven't got. And hopefully it'll be enough to get some other items I want to get. I have to look into how much that will cost though, because things are a little different on leagues. I did the math, bought a bunch of Chaos Runes, sold the Obsidian Cape, and also trained my magic up, and now I should be ready to make the Fury. So if we go here, that should be just enough tackle, and I just realized I had everything on me but a chisel. But there's the first league task, and yeah, let me get a chisel real quick. It's always something. Okay, well if I chisel the Onyx, use the Lava Forge here, which should let me make the Onyx Amulet, which I think is another league task, or maybe it's when you string it. There we go, craft the Onyx Amulet, and now I can enchant it to make an Amulet of Fury. Now, honestly, I don't think the Fury's that much better than the Glory, but does have a decent bit of defense bonus, which will be helpful for bossing, which is what I want to do now, because I think I spent enough time this episode preparing, and I really want to kill some more bosses and see if we can get some loot. The first boss I want to try is Zami. It would make more sense to get the BGS first, but I want to just try something different, and I spent so long getting the Void, and it looks really nice with the Fury, so might as well just try it out. I have no idea how well it's going to go, because my magic level isn't the best. My stats are pretty good, though, but yeah, I'm used to having much better tank gear for killing Zami like this, but I'm just going to pray melee and hope for the best, so let's see how it goes. And here is the first kill. Can we get a drop? For a second I actually thought that was a drop. But nope, no unique yet. But there are a couple big uniques I want here. So maybe I'll get lucky, but I've already been pretty lucky with Bando, so we'll see how long it takes. Oh wow! That's the last shard I need, isn't it? So yeah, I haven't got any unique so far, but a God Sword. I have a God Sword, I think. Unless I got... or it's a different shard. That was in fact the last shard I needed, so now I can make a God Sword blade. Still need to get the hilt, but yeah, a God Sword blade is a really nice thing to get early on. And I still have 2 more spare shard 3s, so I got overall pretty lucky for shards, I'd say. Now let's see if we can get the hilt or any other uniques from Zami. And there is 96 attack and the 120 combat task, and no drop to go with it. That's unfortunate. Huh. What is it about God Sword Shard 3s? Well, that's the 4th one. Now, just no more of those, please. Anything but those. And here is 50 kill count for coins. Darn. So I didn't get any uniques in 50 kill count, which is notable because with the boosted drop rate, the spear should be 1 in 42. So I feel like Zami's trying to tell me something, though. I feel like because I got the last shard, it's a sign that I should be going back to Grottor to hunt the BGS. So unless this minion wants to give me the spear, that is what I'll be doing. Can you believe the minion didn't drop the spear? But yeah, I'm back at Bandos, and hopefully with my new gear, especially Piety, this will go a lot better, so wish me luck. Well, at least it's a good alk. Well, it's nice to see a unique. Sadly, it's a duplicate unique, but hey, I'm not going to complain. I'm sure it alks for a fair bit, actually. Let me see. It alks for around 200k, and I can always put in Desk Coffer. So, still no hilt or chestplate, though, but, could be worse. Oh, I actually didn't remember I was that close, but, yeah, there is 99 attack. Oh, wow, there we go. There is the Bandos chestplate. Also, the red text doesn't look as good as I thought it would, but... ta-da! Full Bandos for another league task. Now we just need the hilt here. Spare shards wouldn't be terrible, but just the hilt. So, now let's just focus on the boss and, well, I say stop killing the minions as I kill the minions. But, yeah, I actually was just debating if I should start doing that. But after this round, I'm going to stop killing the minions and just kill the boss to see if I can snag a hilt. Oh, and there's the task for 100 of any God Wars boss. Whoops. Well, there's my first death of the league. Oh, and there it is, the Bandos hilt under rate, and I believe, I believe that's the last drop I need for Bandos. I mean, there's the pet, but I'm pretty sure the Bandos God Sword will be it. And here it is, the Bandos God Sword. So that's not only a league task, but it is a very important upgrade for bossing because the defense drain is really, really powerful with weapon specialists. Now I can finally use my tier 6 relic to its fullest effect. And this is where I'm going to be ending off this episode. It was very, very successful, and I can't wait to take this to go back to Zami and hopefully pick up the drops there so we can go on to other bosses. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Until next time, goodbye.